Now in this class we will be discussing slope of a line. So slope means slant up or down, that is steepness of a line, how much bend it has with the horizontal, that is called slope. Like here if we have a line like this, then this line will have zero slope, this will have some more slope, this will have more slope, this will having the highest slope, that is undefined. So it is nothing but the bending of a line with respect to horizontal, that is called slope. So the first point is slant up or down, that is called steepness of a line, is the slope. Now the second point here we have is the angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis and measured anti-clockwise, that is opposite to clockwise, anti-clockwise, is called inclination, that is theta. From now onwards, instead of calling it as angle, we call it as inclination. Okay, from now onwards the angle made by any line with positive direction is called inclination with respect to x-axis. Okay, now the third point here we have is the tangent of this angle is slope, denoted by letter m. Okay, the slope is a value that is denoted by small letter m, or sometime it is called as gradient of the line. Okay, tangents mean tan ratio. Okay, it will be a tan ratio. Now let us see here, we have this coordinate axis, here we have x-axis, y-axis. Now this is a straight line, here we have this straight line making angle theta in anti-clockwise direction with x-axis. So here the angle is less than 90 degree. See here, this angle is less than 90 degree, so that is an acute angle. Slope is equals to tan theta, the value will be greater than 0. It means that we have a positive slope. So whenever we see the slope positive, it means the angle will be less than 90 degree. Similarly, see here we have this straight line intercepted between the coordinate axis, that is x-axis and y-axis. Now here this angle theta is called inclination, and this theta, see here, is greater than 90 degree. Okay, this theta is greater than 90 degree, that is called obtuse angle. So slope is tan theta. Whenever the angle is greater than 90, the tan value will be less than 0, so we will get negative value. So negative slope indicates that the angle made by the straight line is more than 90 degree. Okay, this is the concept here of positive slope and negative slope. Okay, positive slope means the angle made by the line is less than 90. If the slope is negative, it means that the slope made by the angle made by the straight line will be more than 90 degree. Now let us note these points. Here the inclination, point number 1, inclination means the angle made by the line will be 0 degree when it is parallel to x-axis. Okay, if we have this coordinate axis, right, this is the coordinate axis, this is x-axis and y-axis. If a line is parallel to x-axis, then it will have slope 0, no bending is there, it is parallel to x-axis. Now the point number 2 here says that the inclination means angle made by the line parallel to y-axis. So here we have coordinate axis, this is y-axis. Now if we have a line like this, okay, then the angle made here will be 90 degree. Okay, the angle made here will be 90 degree. So it means that the slope will be infinite. Infinite means it is undefined. Okay, it is undefined. Slope is not defined here. Now the point number 3, here we have this, the inclination. Point number 3, the inclination of a line which is equally inclined, okay, to coordinate axis is 40. See this coordinate axis, if a line will pass through this origin, now this angle will be 45 degree, or else this can be 135 degree. So it is equally inclined. This is called equally inclined. 45 degree or 135 degree. The slope will be either in quadrant 1, the slope will be positive. In quadrant 3, slope will be negative. Okay. Now let us see the slope of a line joining given 2 points. So let us see this coordinate system. Here we have x-axis, here we have y-axis. Okay, a line is passing through 2 points, right? Here we have 2 points. First point is A, second point is B. So here we have a straight line passing through 2 points, 2 available known points, x1 and y1. Here this point x1 indicates that this length is x1, okay, this length, and this y1 indicates that this length. So any point represented on coordinate axis represent the distance from x-axis and distance from y-axis. So x1 comma y1 indicates distance from x and y-axis. Similarly, this distance, point number 2, x2 will indicate here, this will be x2. So this one is x2. It means that x2 length, it is far. Okay, y2 means this one will be y2. So this one will be y2. Okay, now if I see this, then this much portion will be x2 minus x1, and this portion will be y2 minus y1 difference. So we got the length of this triangle ABC. Here we have triangle ABC. This is a right angle triangle with lengths AC and BC. Now slope m equal to tan theta. Tan is nothing but opposite by adjacent. Opposite is BC. Let us take this. Now let me make the angle here. Suppose this line is making an angle, this line is making an angle theta. So here also the angle will be same theta only. Okay, tan theta is nothing but opposite side, that is BC, adjacent side to theta will be AC. Okay, so we got BC by AC. BC value is the difference of y coordinate and AC will be the difference of x coordinate. Okay, this is the formula for finding the slope when 2 points are given. When 2 points are given, this is the formula. Okay, now slope of a line having given equation means given equation is known for us. Given means already known. We know the equation of a straight line. So far we don't know the equation of a straight line, but now the given equation of a line is given. So the general equation of a straight line is ax plus by plus c. This is the standard form of straight line. Okay, to get the slope we want 2 points. So here I am marking point A and point B. Now on x-axis y will be 0, on y-axis x will be 0. So in this equation I will put y equal to 0. Okay, if I put y equal to 0 here, this will become ax plus c equal to 0. The x value will be minus c by a. So the point will be x comma y. X value we got minus c by a, y value we put 0 because on x-axis y will be 0. Similarly, put x equal to 0 in this equation, I will get 0 plus by plus c is equals to 0. So y value will be minus c by b. The point we'll get is x comma y, general point. X we put 0, y we got c by b. So with this we got 2 points. Now we know if we got 2 coordinates of a point, then the slope is just the difference of y coordinate. So I have to take the difference of these two, that equal to difference means minus c by b minus 0 upon difference of x coordinate. Here we have these two are x coordinates, difference will be 0 minus of minus c by a. We have to take the difference. So this will become c by b upon c by a. So this will become minus a minus c into a by b into c. Cancel these two. I will get minus a upon b. So the slope will be a by b. Remember, whenever we have this equation ax plus by plus c, the slope m will be minus a by b. A is the coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. From now onwards, this is the formula. Okay, this is the formula. Whenever we got equation of a line, the formula will be minus a by b, that is coefficient of x by coefficient of y with negative sign. Now let us note down these points. If we have 3 points, name them as a b c, like this: a b c, a b c. If they are collinear means all points lie on a same line. Collinear means all points lie on a same line. Then the slope of AB will be equal to slope of BC or slope of AC. This is the condition. If two lines are parallel, for example, we have line 1, another line parallel to that line. So if this first line is having slope m, then second line will also have same slope m. So parallel line have same slopes because their inclination with respect to x-axis will be same. Their angle is same, that's why their slope will become same. Okay, these are the points you have to keep in mind whenever you heard this word slope of a line. So remember these formulas that are marked under this ellipse. Okay, these are the important formulas. If the slope of a line is minus 1 by root 3, then its inclination. So we have been given slope of a line. Slope of a line is denoted by letter m. M value is given as minus 1 by root 3. Here we have slope negative. Okay, slope negative means the inclination will be more than 90 degree, or we can say more than pi by 2. Okay, this is the concept we know. Now we have m equal to minus 1 by root 3. We also know that m is equals to tan theta is the formula, okay, which relates slope as well as inclination. So this is the formula that relates inclination theta with slope m. So the value of this m will be tan theta is equals to minus 1 by root 3. Okay, this will become tan theta is equals to, here minus 1 by root 3. We know that tan pi by 6, value is 1 by root 3, but this pi by 6 is 30 degree. Okay, 30 degree is less than 90, but slope is negative, so it can't be pi by 6. Tan is negative. Okay, tan negative means we have 4 quadrants. Tan will be negative in second quadrant or in fourth quadrant, right? Tan will be negative. Here we have tan value negative. So tan will be negative in quadrant 2 and quadrant 4, right? So inclination means with respect to positive direction of x-axis. Okay, positive direction of x-axis, right? Now this can also be written as tan. Here the angle inclination will be in second quadrant. So here we have pi. So we have to subtract this value from pi by 6. So this will become pi minus pi by 6 will be the angle. Then only it will become in second quadrant. The second quadrant means it will be less than pi. So here these two will get cancelled. So theta will be pi minus pi by 6. So this will become theta equal to 6 pi minus 1 pi, that will be 5 pi by 6 is the answer, right? It is more than 90 degree, right? Therefore answer is 5 pi by 6. Now if the line passing through points, we have 2 points given, let us name them as A and B, and let us mark on these straight line. We have A minus 8 comma 3, another point B 2 comma 1 is parallel. Okay, this is first line, here we have second line, these two are parallel, other points on other line will be, let us take as C 11 comma minus 1, D K comma 0. Here he wants the value of K. Now whenever we heard this word parallel, it means that slope will be same. Okay, so slope of AB will be same as that of slope of CD. So when points are given, here we have points, when points are given, slope can be find out by using this formula, m is equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, difference of y coordinate by difference of x coordinate. So I'll take the slope of AB first. Here I'll take the difference of y coordinate, right? See here we have this y2 y1, take the difference, y2 means 1 minus 3 upon x2 minus x1. So x2 is 2 here, 2 minus of 8, just take the difference. Similarly come to the slope of CD, here we have y2 y1 y2, so y2 minus y1, that will be 0 minus of minus 1 upon x2. x2 is k, here, x1 is 11, so k minus 11. Now this will become 1 minus 3 will be minus 2 upon 10 is equals to 1 upon k minus 11. 2 ones are 2 5s are. Now cross multiply, here we have minus k plus 11 is equals to 5. So the value of k will be 11 minus 5, that will be 6. So we get the value of k. If the inclination of the line is 3 pi by 4, then the value of k. Now inclination Inclination means angle made by the line with respect to positive x-axis. The value of theta is given as 3 pi by 4. Okay, the value will be given as 3 pi by 4. 3 into pi by 4. Pi by 4 is nothing but 45 degree. So 3 into 45 will be 135 degree. Okay, it means that it is more than 90 degree. So angle is obtuse means slope will be negative. Slope will be negative, less than 0. Okay, now we want the value of k here. So we know that m is equals to tan theta, or I want tan theta is equals to, we have m. M is nothing but minus a by b. Here the value of a is 2 minus k, b value is minus of 1 minus k. For this ax plus by plus c. Now put these two values. Here we have tan 135 degree is equals to, we have minus of a value is 2 minus k, coefficient of x, by b value is coefficient of y. Now these two will get cancelled. Tan 135 value is minus 1, because tan 135 will be tan 90 plus 45. Okay, tan 90 means minus cot 45. Cot 45 is minus 1. Okay, cot 45 is 1. So we get tan 35 degree is minus 1. So keep this in mind. Tan 135 will be minus 1. So here we have 2 minus k upon 1 minus k. Now cross multiply here. I will get k minus 1 is equals to 2 minus k. Take this k this side, it will become 2k. Take this 1 this side, it will become plus 1. So this will be 3. So k will be 3 by 2. Okay, the value of k will be 3 by 2. Now here we have been given points are collinear. Collinear means all points lie on the same line. Same line means slope will be same. Collinear means slope same. Okay, so slope will be same. Let us mark this point as A, B, C. So slope of AB will be equal to slope of BC. Slope is nothing but ratio of y coordinates. So here AB, here these two are y coordinates. So 1 minus 3, then difference of x coordinate. Difference of x coordinate, that is x2 minus x1. x2 is 1, 1 minus 2 is equals to. Now again take difference of y coordinate. Here we have y as 3x minus 1 by difference of x coordinate, x minus 1. Okay, now this will become minus 2 minus 1 is equals to 3x minus 1 upon x minus 1. Now cross multiply here, I will get 2x minus 2 is equals to 3x minus 1. Now take this term to that side, it will become 3x minus 2x will be x. Now take this 1 to this side, here we have 1 minus 2, that will be minus 1. Therefore the value of x will be minus 1. Minus 1 will be the answer for this question. Okay, find x so that the line passing through these 2 points makes an angle 135 degree with x axis. Now let us take these points are x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2. Now the angle is theta equal to 135 degree. So we have a formula, slope m is equals to tan theta, right? So we have this formula, m is equals to tan theta is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay, now I am using these two, right? So tan, we have theta is 135 degrees, y2 minus y1. So difference of y coordinate 5 minus 4 by difference of x coordinate x minus 3. Tan 135 value, we know that it is minus 1. So 5 minus 4 will be 1 by x minus 3. Now cross multiply that, I'll get minus x plus 3 is equals to 1. Cross multiply here, I'll get minus x plus 3. So the value of x will be 3 minus 1. Okay, that will be 2. So therefore the value of x will be 2. Now which line is having the greatest inclination? So we have two lines. Here we have points. Let us take this point A, point B. So I'll find out the slope of AB. Okay, I'll find out the slope of given points AB. Formula is same, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Here y2 is 7 minus y1 is 3 upon x2. x2 is 4 minus x1. x1 is 1. So 7 minus 3 will be 4. 4 minus 1 will be 3. Okay, we got slope as 4 by 3. He is asking about inclination. Inclination means angle. Angle means you have to take tan. So I am taking this as tan alpha, or we can take theta 1 also. So first slope we got 4 by 3. Now let us find out the slope of second line. Here we have given equation of line instead of point, right, is equals to 0. Here equal to 0 will be there. Now here we have this a value 3, b value minus 4, c value 3, abc. So whenever we have standard equation, the slope formula, slope m is equals to, we take minus a by b. Okay, coefficient of x is 3 by coefficient of y minus 4. So we have 3 by 4. Let us take this inclination as tan beta as 3 by 4. Right, now from here I got the value of tan. Here I am getting inclination alpha, tan alpha is 4 by 3. Here I am getting tan beta, that is an inclination 3 by 4. So which one is greater, 4 by 3 or 3 by 4? Obviously 4 by 3 is greater. So I can say that tan alpha is greater than tan beta. So it means that alpha will be greater than beta. Alpha will be greater because tan alpha is proportional to alpha. Okay, tan alpha is proportional to alpha. So here we will get alpha will be greater than beta. When angle, here when angle increases, the value of tan also increases, right? So alpha will be greater than beta. It means that line 1 has greater inclination than line 2. Okay, if the line passing through these 2 points is parallel to this line. So the word parallel comes means slope same. Slope will be same. So from here I'll get the slope. Let us take this as a b. So I am taking slope of AB here. Slope of line passing through AB will be y2 minus y1. So here we have y2 is k minus y1 is 3 upon x2 is 2 minus x1 is 4. This is the slope. of AB. Here this is not in standard form. Standard form is AX plus BY plus C equal to 0. So this line will become 2x minus y plus 3 equal to 0. Now this is in the standard form. Here A is 2, B is 1, C is 3. So slope here will be equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of y, that is minus 2 by minus 1. So here I will get 2. Since they are parallel, so slope will be same. So I will get k minus 3 by minus 2 will be equal to 2. So here we have k minus 3 is equals to minus 4. So k will be, take this 3 to that side, we will get 3 minus 4 will be minus 1. So the answer will be minus 1. Now look at this question, the line joining 2 points. Okay, we have 2 points. Let us take A and B, makes obtuse angle. Obtuse angle means the angle theta will be greater than 90 degree. It means that theta greater than 90 degree means tan theta. Tan means slope. Slope will be less than 0 degree. Less than 0, not degree, 0 value. Okay, we know this from this obtuse word. Now let us take slope of AB. Slope of AB, that is m is equals to y2 minus y1. y2 is here 5 minus y1. y1 is 2x upon x2 minus x1. x2 is 3 minus x1. x1 is x. Okay, this is the value we got. Now this can also be written as 2x minus 3 upon x minus 3. Right. From this I can say that m will be less than 0. Since obtuse angle means the value should be less than 0. So it is given that slope should be less than 0 because obtuse is given. Slope value is 2x minus 3 upon x minus 3 should be less than 0. Okay, this should be less than 0. So when do we get a value less than 0? When numerator and this denominator. So note down, numerator by denominator will be less than 0 if and only if when numerator is greater than 0 and denominator is less than 0, then only it is possible. So it means that 2x minus 3 must be greater than 0 and x minus 3 must be less than 0. So x must less than be 3 and from here x must be greater than 3 by 2. So by combining these two, the range of x, the range of x will be 3 by 2 to 3. Okay, this will be the range of x. Here we have this, it is not clearly written here, maybe this is three. Here this is 3 only. Okay,